Toby! Toby! Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. Alright. So today's Thursday. Tuesday's interview that I just had a couple days ago. It was a mix. That was my scheduling of a different interview for the different employer. So Tuesday's interview was a mixed bag. It would have gone well. I think they were impressed by what I brought to the table, and I probably would have been a good fit there, except for the fact that I think they found this, and if they're watching this, yeah, I know that you saw this, because I mean, you couldn't have given more obvious clues, but it's one of those things where I'm not going to talk about my personal life in the interview. This is personal. It's exposed out on the public. It's not private, but it is personal. So if an employer can't respect my personal life and how I spend my free time, I mean, I'm doing this vlog with my free time. I would never, ever touch this stuff during work hours. Like, I would drop everything for my job. This is absolutely just time killer, and I'm trying to make the most of my free time. And so part of that's entertainment, part of it's a little bit of growth in the hobby skill of video editing, for instance. I'm also testing my employer, in addition to them testing me. If they can't respect my personal life and my personal space, even if that space happens to be online, I don't want to work for them, period. I will not take this down, guys. It's none of their business. Even if this is public, it's just none of their business. And I also make a point never to identify my employer, so they're safe. I won't give any information that might lead up to identifying. If I do identify anything, it's going to be what I've done during my free time. They're safe. So honestly, if they can't respect that, forget it. The internet now with YouTube is showing a new level of what has been going on since technology ever existed. First came the internet and email, and I remember the first time I sent an email out to a mailing list. It gave me such goosebumps to get just some replies back, and this was for a school project. This was back in the early 90s, before the web was big, and that was huge. I mean, just the notion of sending an electronic message out to the internet and getting feedback. I had to expose myself and my name in a whole new way. And then came the web and the notion of having a website, and I created my personal web page, and it was scary because here I am exposing an entire web page, an entire website that represents me and who I am. And I mean, I knew that a personal website could actually really cause me to lose opportunities or gain ones that I don't want. And for the most part, it was scary and frightening, but at the same time fun and exciting, and it was worth it. Then came the blog. I myself innovated in the early days of blogging. I created a desktop application called PowerBlog, and it published out blogs out to the internet. My personal blog ended up getting published via my tool. A lot of people exposed themselves and lost their jobs with the blog. Nowadays blogging is so commonplace. In a previous job that I had not too long ago, full-time job, they actually required it of us to blog. You were fired if you didn't blog regularly. So we all blogged. And it was, obviously, this was more basically a status report that happened to be posted in the form of a blog on the intranet, but it was still, the technology was a blog. So now with YouTube gaining some steam, and I mean, YouTube already supports 3D videos. I mean, one of these days I might even get like a 3D camera and show you my disgusting home and my disgusting fat body in 3D. But But this is the continued evolution of sharing yourself and personal involvement on the internet, and it doesn't have to be shameful. To whatever extent it is shameful, if it's an extent where a person is trying to make changes, like for instance, my home and my overweightedness was shameful, but it's something that I'm sharing because I'm working on the problem, right? And it's as opposed to just sharing it and saying I'm going to stay this way forever. That's stupid. I think it's a good thing that YouTube is a next evolution of internet exposure of personal lives. I think it's a good thing because we're going to be on the internet anyway, and that means we're going to be indoors under closed roofs anyway and not interacting physically one-on-one anyway. Might as well push back in the other direction by way of opening windows, and those windows are these YouTube windows, reaching out into your physical space, and you're reaching into mine. Look at you, you're in my living room. Aren't you special? I just think it's a good thing that as long as people are careful, it's a step in the right direction of retaining a little bit of real worldism. There's still the necessity of physical interaction that we still need, and we do still need it, and it should never take the place of physical interaction, but it is absolutely a good thing versus, say, like playing computer games all day long. Because like I said, I'd be on the computer anyway, and this is a step in the direction of thinking in terms of real life, as opposed to thinking in terms of a virtual world like World of Warcraft. I want to think in terms of real life people. There are real people on the other side of that YouTube window. And that's important to me. So, again, if an employer can't appreciate that and respect it, I don't want to work for them. If they can, let's put it this way, if they come across this and they've seen this already and they choose to hire me, they've earned my respect and appreciation, because it means that they respect and acknowledge the fact that, yes, I do have a personal life, and they're going to allow it. If they were to say, you need to take that stuff down, I would say goodbye. So, you're noisy. You cry too much. Oh, you went outside. Yeah, you want to go outside? All right. There you go. Right, so I had another interview today, and it went well. Same type of company. It's funny. But more technical, more of a internet-driven company. Both companies were really cool. It's been a while. It's been a long time, actually. It's been years since I have been in an environment where I'm actually being taught by leadership. And the leadership had genuine experience, real world, real strong technical experience doing what I do. So both of them were very, very cool companies. And I hate to put anybody in an awkward position, but I'm lucky, that I get to choose between two companies. So that's good. And I've decided to pursue one of them over the other, because they like me, and they like me for all the right reasons. They like me because I'm involved, and I like to expand myself and grow myself. I like to go to the user group meetings, and I like to participate in the community and community thingamajigs, the community jigs. Yeah, both of them actually like me. Both of them like me for the same reasons. I'm getting involved and growing myself. So I like to be liked. So, tomorrow is a big event. Tomorrow, Scott Guthrie is coming to do a big, huge song and dance about Microsoft tooling and the future of Microsoft web technology. So that's going to be really cool. It's basically a follow-up presentation / conference type thing after Mix, because Mix is over. Mix happened last week, I think. It's just about Microsoft's and their strategies about their web strategies and their software. So Internet Explorer, Windows Server, IIS, and all that stuff. So tomorrow I will be at Scott Guthrie's event with bunch of other professional software developers, web developers. And then the following day will be a special event for Windows Phone 7 developers. I'm not a Windows Phone 7 developer, but I have developed on the Windows Phone 7 platform before, as doing prototype work for a previous company. And I want to always be growing my skill set, so I will be participating in that as well. And I may or may not bring you to either or one of these events. I don't know. You'll find out. If not, don't be offended. I'm trying to separate my concerns, right? This vlog is for my personal life. The events I'm going to tomorrow and day after tomorrow are for my career, and they don't relate. So we shall see.
Kitty, kitty, hi kitty, meow. 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 Meow.
I'm blowing into her face. No, I'm not puckering to kiss her. Just blowing. All right. I'm going to wind down. It's 8:30-ish. No, yes, it's 8:30-ish. I'm going to wind down and go to bed. Y'all take care now.